welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry that I have been MIA the past couple weeks. I have actually been really sick and I have not been able to edit or put up any videos these past couple weeks. It has been torturous. It has been awful. I'm still pretty sick, but I wanted to get this one up and just let you guys know that I'm still alive, but it has been definitely challenging. So I appreciate your prayers as I still work through this. I also wanted to share with you, which is what I was supposed to do on September 1st. I have a name change that I wanted to share with you guys, and I had to give all the change to my friend Dina over at Pursuing Peace. She's the one that came up with the name. I was going over and over trying to find something that fit my channel a little bit better and just made me feel more comfortable. And so the new name is 2x2 Homeschool. And I think that it's just so perfect. It has that kind of Noah's Ark feeling, but also 2x2 because I have two sets of twins. And I just think that it's awesome. So thank you, Dina. Now, on today's video, I want to share with you one of my favorite programs that we use for our homeschool, and that is Brave Writer. I am so in love, and that's why I'm so sad that I didn't get to get this video out sooner with all the other curriculum that we were using. Also, I have a giveaway for you guys that I am also so sad that I haven't been able to do sooner, that I'm really excited to do. So please stay with this video so that you know what to do to get an entry to win this awesome giveaway. So let me tell you a little bit about Brave Writer in case you're not familiar with it. Brave Writer is a program that was created by Julie Bogart. If you don't know who she is, please go check her out. She is just on fire for children and how they learn. She homeschooled her children. She is a writer, an author. She comes from a family of writers. Her children are writers, and the way she approaches writing is through the whole student and not just saying, okay, now we're going to focus on verbs and we're going to pick out all the verbs in this sentence, and now we're going to focus on, past participles and learning these things before you even know how to apply them. It's like putting the cart before the horse. And that's really hard for a lot of kids to understand. Like, I don't understand these terms. I don't understand why or when we would ever use them. And instead, we learn through the literature that we are reading, which is really exciting. And so I'm going to show you what we're doing and how we kind of implement that into our homeschool. So before I start in on that, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. That helps me to be seen by other homeschool moms that are looking for this type of content. And now let's jump right in. So the first thing, the program that I have is Jot It Down, and I also have Dart. Jot It Down is more for kids that are about 5 through 8, could be younger, could be older. She does not put a definitive age on any of her programs. She just puts the ages on there for kind of guidelines so that you can kind of go towards what your age is and then just see where you fall. Jot, now what I did was I had it bound. It just comes as a PDF. I had it bound paperback. If you are interested to see how I had any of these bound, I have a video that I'll put down in the notes of how I do that through Barnes & Noble Press. And the video will show how I did our Gather Round books, but it's the same exact process. So this is our Jot It Down. It's a year-long language arts plan and 10 monthly writing projects. This is stage 1. The basic principle of this is that every child has a writer inside of them, but every child is not able to physically write. But yet we push them so quickly when they're little. We want them to write a couple sentences about their summer vacation. We want them to write a paragraph about this. We want them to write some sentences on this. We want them to write a couple paragraphs on, whatever it is they're learning in history when they're in 1st or 2nd grade. And a lot of kids just aren't mentally or physically able to do that, and they get frustrated. And from a very early age, they hate writing and they think, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I can't stand writing. I'm done. And they shut down. And so she understands this and she attacks it in a different way. So jot it down is more when they're younger, you kind of do more of a dictation, where as they're telling you a story, you're writing it down, you're jotting it down for them. So that as they're telling you a story, all of their creativeness, their beautiful words are flowing, and you're writing it down and you read it back to them, and they can see they are a writer, just not physically yet. They have the words, they have the ability, they have the voice. They just don't have the physical ability yet. And so they don't get that frustration level. So when I want to see if they, what did you do this summer that you loved? Why don't you tell me some things that we did over the summer? They can rattle off, oh, we went to the beach and we made sandcastles and I learned how to boogie board, and then we went to the springs and I learned how to snorkel. But if I gave my 8-year-olds a piece of paper and I said, I want you to write me a couple paragraphs on what you did this summer, my daughter probably would be able to do a couple sentences, but it wouldn't be as verbose, right? My son, he would be so caught up on spelling that he would get frustrated, and he's a lefty and a boy, and he would be switching from cursive to print, and he would be frustrated, and he might write like a sentence, and then he would forget what he did in the summer, and he would want to be done. And instead of that pressure and stress, I could sit with him and say, tell me what you did this summer. What did you do? And I could write it down for him and read it back to him and say, how does this sound? Yeah, that sounds great. All right, draw me a picture. Draw me a picture. There, we have his words, because that's really what we want, right? Writers are their words. That's what writers are. That's what they give to us. They give us their words. And so she wants to kind of harness that and develop that and give them confidence as they grow that you have the words. You just may not have the physical ability to put it down on paper yet. So that's what she focuses on in the early years. Now moving on to DART. DART is what I'm using. So jot it down, I can use with all my kids. I have 6-year-old twins and 8-year-old twins. I can use that with all of them. DART is what I'm using after they know how to read. Now, my 8-year-old twins know how to read, and one of my 6-year-old twins know how to read. My 6-year-old boy twin, he can read like the CVC words, but that's about it. However, he does sit in on our DART lessons only because he's still learning a lot. But if I had an only child that wasn't reading yet, I wouldn't necessarily buy DART yet. I would still be sticking with Jot It Down or just my Logic of English, which I love. So we've moved them up to DART, and what the DART is again, you get it PDF, and I just had this printed at Staples or Office Depot or whatever. So this is your DART guidelines. This is going to basically teach you how to do the DART. And it can be confusing, but once you read through it, I think that as the parent and as somebody who went through public school and somebody who has gone through other curriculum for language arts, I found that I was trying to make it more difficult than it needs to be. I feel like I was trying to put too much structure, and that is what Julie is trying to get away from, is getting away from the structure. Instead of focusing on the things that we didn't accomplish, she says, what did you accomplish? Let's celebrate the things that we did accomplish, and then the next time pick up on the things that we maybe didn't get to. And so in the DART, you're gonna go over lots of copy work, lots of dictation. She uses French dictation, which is basically when you take a passage that you've done copy work to, and then you start taking words out, and now they're just filling in the blanks of that copy work. You also do reverse dictation, and we're also doing, different literary devices. We're doing writing activities. So we're learning a new literary device each month. I believe with Charlotte's Web, with Charlotte's Web, it's alliteration, which is really fun because she has some fun writing projects that teach alliteration that are just fun. And to be honest, I don't know what all the literary devices are, and learning them through this, they're sticking in my head and they're really exciting, and we're picking them up like in different places where we go, and my kids are starting to point them out. So that's really fun. So then that's the DART guidelines. Then you get the separate one for each month. Like I said, this is Charlotte's Web. You're gonna get your spin and spiral, which is basically your scope and sequence for each month. So the spin and spiral for Charlotte's Web, what we will be going over this month is opening lines in children's literature, punctuate dialogue, synonyms, periods, capital letters, onomatopoeia, how we pause while we're reading, what causes us to pause, hunt for single powerful words, and alliteration. So that's what we will learn through Charlotte's Web. And what I enjoy about that is that the way that she moves you through the month is really at your own pace. And she kind of flows you through it, but you can pick and choose. So it's just kind of this flow through the book. But what I love most is that we're learning it as we are reading the book. So the passages are taken from the book that we're reading. So there's a connection there. And that's what I enjoy the most, because I remember being in language arts class in school, and we would just learn these rules. And it was just rules, and then we would read a book, but the two were never combined. It was like we had to read this book that usually nobody liked, and then we had to learn these rules and learn these vocab words that we thought we would never use ever. But in this, we're learning vocabulary words as we're reading a book. We're learning sentence structure as we are reading the sentences. We are learning grammar and just everything as we are reading it. And I don't know if I'm even explaining this kind of good. So I just beg you to listen to Julie, because if this sounds even remotely interesting, I hope I'm not ruining it, but if it sounds even remotely interesting, I just want you to go check out her podcast or go to bravewriter.com and check out her website, because she will explain it way better. And that's why I just really want to continue with Brave Writer, because I feel like it's just this lifestyle of learning things as you are going through life and learning them from your life experiences, learning grammar and literature through literature, right? And you also get the Writer's Jungle, which, if you guys are doing Brave Writer, are you jealous of my bound Writer's Jungle book? How amazing is this? This is the book by Julie Bogart. So this Writer's Jungle really explains her process of where Brave Writer came from. It's amazing. The partnership writing, this is a year-long language arts plan and 10 monthly writing projects. Again, this is just about writing alongside your child. And I believe it was her quote that basically said, if we want our child to play baseball, right? We're not gonna take a little kid and put them in, take a 5-year-old and put them up against a fast pitch pitcher, right? We're not gonna do that day one. We're gonna put them on a tee. And then when they get better, we're gonna put them on a pitching machine. And then we're gonna give them, maybe a slow pitch. And then we're gonna move up the ranks, right? And that whole time we're gonna have a coach alongside them that says, okay, you're gonna fix your swing, you're gonna square your shoulders, you're gonna turn your hips and all this stuff. And they might put their arms around, the child and help their swing. And that's what she says about writing. Why are we making our kids jump in feet first and they're sinking? And say, write this, learn this rule, apply it. And they're like, I don't know how, I don't know what all of this means. And instead saying, work alongside your child, hold their hand, take the pencil from them and show them how great that they are and that they will be. And work alongside until finally you can take those training wheels off, take the tea away, take the machine away, and they can hit the ball on their own. They can write their beautiful papers on their own. And that's what her whole process is about. So those are the books. I also have Jot It Down and Partnership Writing. This is a weekend focus planner and a writing skills. This one I had bound in hardback. And this is just kind of a little skills tracker to let you know how you're doing as you go. I would say this isn't necessary. You don't have to get this, but if you're someone who likes to check the boxes and dot the I's and mark the T's, then this is something that you want to do. Again, this comes as a PDF. I put this together and bound it and all that stuff. So let me show you really quick one of the ways that we do our dart during the day, which will also kind of go into our giveaway. This is a big kind of like sandwich board type thing. It has a blackboard here and a whiteboard on the other side. And on this one, we use these Chalkola markers. And when it's on here, look, it doesn't smear. This is key if you are wanting something to stay on here for a while and you have little kids that want to come in here and try to wipe it off. So I put this is one of our first verses that we put up here for our dart. Where's Papa going with that axe? Said Fern to her mother as they were setting the table for breakfast. Now, as we're going through this, I had them underline certain things. What's the word that has the apostrophe? Where is the apostrophe? Where are our proper nouns? Underline the compound word, and then we're going to go into quotation marks and different things along the week. So I want to keep this up here as we add markings to our verse. So that is how we do it. That is not how everybody does it, and that is not how you have to do it. This is just one of the ways that we are doing it. And then since our markings are up here, what I can do is kind of reverse that and say, why did we underline Fern? Does anybody remember? And they'll say, oh, because Fern is capitalized because that's a proper noun. Or why did we underline breakfast? That's a compound word. Why did we circle this little thing in here? What is that? And then we kind of do it that way as well. So that's one of the ways that we do our dart verse. And like I said, there's so many other ways, but that's why I like these markers, because this will stay on here and it will not erase. Now, again, these markers, do you get where I'm going with this? This is part of our giveaway. So I wanted to share these with you. Chalkola sent me this box of markers and this amazing little like tripod chalkboard set up here. And I had never used Chalkola markers before, ever. This is my first time. And this has 30 chalk colors and 10 metallic colors. And let me just tell you really quick, or let me show you. Here's all the colors right here. And they are vibrant. And in case this is something that you are concerned with, they are child-safe, water-based, non-toxic, washes off from clothes, very important, low odor, acid-free, quick dry, long-lasting. I don't know what that word is. I'll spell it for you. Xylene free. Is it xylene? Okay. And it works best on chalkboards, whiteboards, blackboards, windows, glass, ceramics, and other non-porous surfaces. And I have to tell you, these are amazing. These are phenomenal and fun. And the way that you take them off is with a cloth and water. They won't come off with like a regular just dry towel, but they do come off easily with the water. You wet the rag, it'll look smeary at first, and then you just kind of fold it under and it comes right off. And so what I like to do with these boards are awesome. So like if you have any type of event or wedding, or maybe you do bakery or something like that, these are those great boards if you have amazing lettering skills or a baby shower to write something on where you don't want it to smear off, or a birthday. And so I'm gonna write our verse. I just wish my handwriting was nicer. Luke 12:32. Look at that. It is so nice. This lighting probably does not even do it justice, and neither does my handwriting. But and it's quick drying, so it will not take a long time to dry. Or if you wanted to do kind of a menu, if you're a family that puts your menu up for your dinner or something in the morning, you could do that on this little cute board, and it's very sturdy. So what Chalkola is offering you is a giveaway of one of these items. So what I ask that you do to enter this giveaway is to subscribe to my channel, like this video, put in the comments whether you would like the box of 40 chalk markers, or if you would like the tripod chalk board. So make sure you're very clear whether you would like the markers or the chalk board. Either one is going to be an amazing prize for you, or if you want to give it to a family member or something as a gift. Also, Chalkola was gracious enough to give me a coupon code for you guys as well. So I just want to say thank you, Chalkola, so much for giving me these items. Our family has loved them. We truly appreciate it. And we are very blessed that you would send these to us and let us try them out. We love them. And we are excited to be able to gift one of these items to one of our viewers. And that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I've missed you. And there's so many comments that I haven't even been able to get to, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I've been so sick, and hopefully I will be able to get over this and figure out what's going on. And yeah, so I will see you next time, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.